Now, there's this big myth that if you post too often, what's going to happen is you're going to add to the noise and that people will get bored of you and they'll stop following you. That's total fucking bullshit, my friend. Welcome to the Master Your Business podcast, where we bring you the best in branding, marketing, and customer experience strategies. I'm Deirdre Martin, your host. And if you've been asking yourself how to level up your growing business, your marketing, your customer experience, or how to make more of an impact with your brand, this show is for you. You'll discover actionable tips and insights to help businesses just like yours gain clarity and illuminate the path to success. Train with industry experts, learn sales and marketing strategies, business and mindset hacks, and be inspired by authentic entrepreneurship stories. As your host, I share the no-nonsense advice that accelerated my journey from boring bank manager to industry thought leader in marketing and customer experience. Learn how I made the leap into the world of six-figure success, digital courses, keynote speaking, and co-authoring a #1 bestseller in just 1 year. Together with interviews from industry experts, this show ensures you're seen, heard, and hired by your ideal clients. Join our growing community of subscribers and let the Master Your Business podcast empower you to tackle your most significant challenges on your path to business success. Don't miss out. It's your turn to learn from the best and master your dream business. It's not that long ago where I was an entrepreneur and I was creating a shit ton of marketing material, but I didn't really have a clear strategy behind what I was doing or why I should do it in a particular way or what that might look like. I knew what launches were and what campaigns were, and I have this incredible, really robust 13-week campaign strategy. But aside from that, a lot of my marketing was basically me throwing shit at the wall and hoping it would stick. And if you can resonate with that, well, then this episode is for you. What I've learned, I'm now heading into my 5th year in business just this week in January 2025, and year 5 in business. And boy, oh boy, has it been a freaking learning curve, a steep one at that. But in this episode, I'm literally going to talk to you about what my marketing strategy looks like for 2025 and the steps that I've taken to shape it. This strategy is one that I have learned and have implemented in the past 2 years in my business that have led me to making multiple six figures. And these are the exact strategies that I'm helping my client execute so that they too can achieve similar results. So if you've been feeling like your marketing is a little bit all over the place, or you're feeling like you're not getting the results or the return on investment that you really should for the effort or money that you're putting in, stay tuned. You are going to love this episode. In case you don't know who I am, I'm Deirdre Martin. I'm a triple certified, award-winning, international, best-selling brand and marketing strategist. And I'm here helping you and helping other entrepreneurs just like you to make your first 100K in business or even your first million. Yay! So in today's episode, I'm going to share 9 simple steps to create a whole year's marketing plan that will transform your business. No more spaghetti throwing, folks. Let's dive in. Okay, step 1. The first thing you need to know what to do is define your ideal clients. If you've been following me on LinkedIn, I'm always freaking talking about this. When I started the Master Your Business podcast, all of the early episodes are all about your ideal client, your strategy, your ideal client, your strategy, your niche, your strategy, your ideal client, your strategy. It all relates back to that because you've got to come back to who your ideal clients are and really delve into who you are trying to reach. And what I want you to do with this is I want you to think beyond their demographics. Not that it's, they're males aged 40 to 60 and that's what they do. I want you to delve even more under the hood. And what I mean by that is pinpoint their age, their location, where are they based, what is their profession, what are their interests, what are their challenges, how do they like to buy things, how do they like to consume content, what kind of content do they like to consume, do they like podcasts, do they like short form podcasts that are less than 25 minutes, just like you get here in the Master Your Business podcast. What are the things that really get them going in that respect? What are their interests? What are their challenges? identify their pain points and aspirations. What keeps them up at night? What dreams are they chasing? What are their, as I say, I list them off: irritations, frustrations, aspirations, needs, wants, goals, and desires. You need to get really clear on all of those things in incredible detail. And when you do, it's going to make the rest of the 8 steps in this process so super easy for you and be a game changer in your business in 2025 and beyond, because this strategy is timeless. You can execute it for a particular campaign, a particular product, or overall in your business for everything that you're doing. So the third part of this, part in knowing your ideal client, is connecting your services to their goals. How does what you offer solve their problem? So what you can do with this, and how I like to approach this, is I like to think of an ideal client or somebody who I've already served, who is one of my current clients who I freaking love to work with. And that's who I'm creating this for, because I know they need it. I know what makes them tick. And I know this is going to help them get to where they want to go, or it's going to alleviate the pain that they currently have. And that is a great reason to create something, right? So once you know who you're talking to, the next thing you need to figure out is what the fuck you're going to say. And that's where your brand story comes in. Your brand story is all about why people should choose you, because at the end of the day, nobody gives a shit about your marketing campaign or your marketing strategy or your marketing content except you. Okay? That might be news to you, but people don't give a fuck. They only care about themselves. So you need to pay attention to what your customers want to hear, why they want to hear it, what's in it for them. So just like I said to you at the start, if you've been throwing marketing shit at the wall, just like I had been doing, then this episode is for you, because it will help you figure out all of these things, and it will add value to you and your business, and hopefully see you get a return on investment just from listening to me rabbit on about marketing strategy. Okay. So why should they choose you? You need to figure out what is your unique proposition, your unique value proposition. What sets you apart from your competitors? Because being better than your competitors is no longer fucking good enough. You need to be different from your competitors. You need to be able to stand out amongst the crowd. You need to be the tallest poppy amongst your competitors. So what does that look like? In terms of other things in your brand story, you need to connect emotionally. You need to be able to demonstrate empathy, talk about their feelings, the struggles that they're currently having from an emotional perspective, and not just facts, because facts tell, but stories sell. People will purchase based on emotion, and then later they'll go home, they'll look at their bank statement, and then they'll be like, but shit, you know what? It was worth it. And so that's what you need to do. You need to connect emotionally, share your journey and how that aligns with your ideal client's needs. And overall, what you need to create is a compelling narrative. That narrative is the underlying message throughout all of your content, in all of your campaigns, irrespective of what the product is. And what that does is it helps you highlight your expertise and the ultimate transformation you offer. So even if you have 5 different things that you sell, the overall transformation in all of them should align with whatever your number one top high premium, most expensive offer is. So here's my hack, and 2 things I want to share with you on this is: number 1, keep it authentic, because people can smell shit from a mile away, like totally. Be real and people will trust you. Step into what your tone of voice is and leverage storytelling in your messaging. So the 2 resources I want to share with you on that. Number 1 is an episode I've previously recorded on here. Go back and check it out if you haven't listened to it yet. It's episode 29. It's called The 7 Wonders of StoryBrand. It's based on the StoryBrand framework. If you have never read that book, I highly recommend that you do. Check that out. It's definitely worth your while. And also, I've had the incredible Dr. JJ Peterson on the show. And in episode 74, we talked about why storytelling marketing will help you succeed in your service business. So be sure and go back and check in to those 2 episodes if you've not listened to them before. Okay. Number 3 is you need to choose where you're going to show up, which platforms you're going to use, and how you're going to reach your ideal clients. So basically, where are you going to find your ideal clients? Because here's the thing. Your ideal clients, there might be a few on Facebook, there might be a few on TikTok, there might be some on X, there might be some on some of the new platforms I don't even know the names of yet, right? But you need to figure out where the bulk of your ideal clients hang out. Where do they spend the most of their time? Where do they like to scroll and consume content from? And that is not always social media. Think of YouTube. YouTube, for example, is a platform. It's a search engine because Google owns it, and the stuff that gets shared on YouTube is searchable by Google. Other things that can help you are things like networking. They are things like PR and doing press releases and publications. It could be content management by creating and sharing blogs on your website. It could be showing up and doing webinars and Zoom that you sell through Eventbrite or places like that. So you need to figure out where are you going to show up and how or where your ideal clients are at so that they can find you, because otherwise you're going to be the world's best kept secret. That's no fucking good to anybody. They've got a problem, you've got a solution. We need to matchmake you. And so what that looks like is being in the right place, and that's figuring out where your ideal clients hang out. So identify their active channels. Where are they? Is it LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook? Wherever. Maybe it's niche forums. Like Facebook is still a thing, right? For those of you who think Facebook is gone, it's not. It's still a thing. You can go into Facebook groups and hop in there and leverage them if that's where your ideal clients hang out. LinkedIn groups are a thing too, but people don't fricking use them. They're like the world's best kept secret. Another thing is like really think through what are the types of content that my ideal clients are going to want to consume. Is it articles? Is it videos? Is it podcasts? And I want you to think through, like, if LinkedIn is your primary platform, if that's where you're mostly hanging out, LinkedIn is really trying to promote that TikTok, Instagram sort of scroll feed where you can consume video content just like you can on those other platforms. So I want you to think about that as well from a platform perspective in terms of, does that suit how you show up and how you like to show up in your business? The third part is frequency and scheduling. How often are you going to show up? Now, there's this big myth that if you post too often, what's going to happen is you're going to add to the noise and that people will get bored of you and they'll stop following you. That's total fucking bullshit, my friend. I shit you not. Because here's the thing. On LinkedIn, as an example, only 10% of your audience typically see the content that you create anyway. And if they're not online every single day, well, then they're not going to see the content that you posted 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So you may as well post as often as you can, so long as it is quality content and that content is of value for your ideal clients. And that's why if you go back to point number 2, where you're working on your brand story, it's content that is valuable to them. You're in their story, you're not in your story, and you're showing up in a way where they're like, this is helpful and I want more of this, or this is funny and that made me laugh and I want to enjoy more things like that in my life. So decide how often you'll post and plan it out. So if you're just starting out online or on a social media platform, I definitely say quantity first, post a shit ton of stuff, and then use that data to refine your strategy going forward so you can improve the quality. But if you've been at this a while and you're like, okay, I really do need to get better at this and improve my quality, well, then focus on quality. It's better to show up consistently on one platform than trying to be sporadic across 5. So with your platform set, let's move on to step number 4, which is leads. So step number 4 is developing a lead capture system. I can't believe how many business owners that I meet. I have business owners in Million Eyes, in Business Accelerator, several of whom have been in business for as many as nearly 20 years, and some of them don't have a lead capture system. Lead capture systems are so effective because when we move on to step number 5, you'll see that there's ways that you can engage and market and sell to your ideal clients that can get you a much better return on investment than just showing up on social media alone or just relying on your website alone. One of those things in isolation is not enough. You need to zoom out and look at the bigger picture in terms of all of the places where you can have diversified leads coming into your ecosystem, right? So number 1, how will you attract and capture your leads? So think about what platform you might use to do that. Some convenient ones that I recommend are ConvertKit or Flowdesk. I have an affiliate link I'll share for Flowdesk. It creates really nice landing pages and it creates sequences that are easy for you to follow in terms of automation. So for example, if somebody signs up for my email list, then send them this email and all of that great stuff just goes automatically. ConvertKit has similar functions available to you too. And you can sign up for a free ConvertKit account that you can send up to 1,000 emails on. It will have their branding on it, unfortunately, unless you pay for the paid version, which is about $25 a month or $250 a year as I record this right now. So lead magnets and things, when it comes to that, like if you're going to capture somebody's email address, what you need to be mindful of is that email address actually has a value. And what I mean by that is people get so much shit into their inboxes that if the thing that you're offering them, if you're just like, sign up for my newsletter, they're going to be like, no, thank you. Why would I do that? There needs to be a reason. So that reason could look like maybe offering them a checklist or exclusive content or something for free that has a value, and you could technically charge for it. It needs to be that good. And then promote that effectively. So go back to the previous point number 3, which is where are your ideal clients hanging out, and then post your freebie or your lead magnet in that place to drive traffic back to it. And then organize your leads. Set up a system to collect and store those leads effectively. I'm talking about a CRM system or a tool like that that can help you do that. I use Notion to gather and collate my CRM leads and things like that. And the main platform that I use is Kajabi. That's because I have online courses and digital courses and things. And I sell AI prompts and I sell my business accelerator and other things through there. So if that's the kind of thing that you're looking for, like an all-in-one platform, I would recommend either Kajabi or Go High Level as a tool to use that. And again, I'll share all of these links in the show notes so you can check them out. And some of them I have affiliate links for. Okay. Leveraging networking events is also a great way to expand your reach and capture more of those people. And networking events can be online or offline. And in 2025, I firmly believe in 2 of these things in terms of being a really smart strategy because of the way the world is going. And one is networking. Building relationships. You can do that online with coffee chats. They don't need to be hour long. They could be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it might be, just to say hello and actually properly connect with someone. And then if you can do it in person, if your ideal clients are somewhere nearby or you can travel and meet them, even better, because that in-person relationship is powerful, especially when you have an online business. The other thing is that, and I mentioned this, email, and in terms of return on investment, email has still got the highest return on investment than any other type of marketing you can potentially do. So my main strategy for 2025 is to grow my email list. It's to get more bodies onto my email list. I want to nurture those people on there and really build a relationship with them. So my 2 goals for 2025 are build more relationships and connections and invite people onto my email list so that I can grow that, which leads me into step number 5. Step number 5 is how will you turn leads into clients? And that is by building a lead nurturing system. You might be going, what, Deirdre? What's a lead nurturing system? Well, basically, it's like personalized communication. It's where you send tailored emails or messages that address this individual's specific needs. And how you can do that is by creating lead magnets that align with what your offer is, and then sending a sequence of emails related to that thing so that that person feels really like they've been heard or that you know them very well. And again, if you've done the work in step 1, where you really get to define who your ideal client is, you're away in a hack when it comes to this bit. The second part of this is to really create value-driven content. Now, I've touched on this already. It's where you share valuable content that will resonate with your ideal clients. It's insights and things like that that can really help them solve problems. That makes it worthwhile for them to stay on your email list, to stay engaged with you, to reply to your emails, and to sign up for your thing when it comes to selling it. When it comes to planning out how you're going to nurture these people, you need to create a timeline for this. And the one thing I will say in terms of showing up on your platform, as well as you're nurturing your leads, is you need to map this out as well in terms of scheduling and frequency. What's that going to look like? And how can you create a timeline from the time somebody initially opts into your email list to the time where potentially they come through to a sales conversation? So what I'd say here in terms of advice for you is automate what you can, but try and keep the human touch, because at the end of the day, People do still buy based on how they feel, and those feelings come from people as opposed to freaking robots. So be a human. Okay, step number 6, define your sales conversion strategy. So marketing is great, but you need to be able to close the deal. So how are you going to close these deals, right? My actionable advice on this is you need to have a really clear sales process for every single offer that you have, and for every single way that a client might enter into that journey for you to convert them into a lead from a client. So outline each step from discovery calls right the way through to proposals, if that's how it works for you. Some of my clients, they work with corporates and there's a really long procurement process. It's important to nurture that relationship throughout that journey so that the lead doesn't go cold and they back out 6 months later and you've been relying on a ton of income to come in at the end of the year. And that has happened to some of my clients. The second thing is identify the objections that your ideal clients are going to have about working with you and prepare responses to those common hesitations. I'm going to drop you a hint right now and tell you that the typical ones that I hear are, it's too expensive, I'm not sure if it's for me, I don't have the time, and I need to talk to my whoever. So there you go. Prepare responses for those 4 and you're already streets ahead of most people. And the third part of this one is your pricing strategy. Set prices that reflect your value and will attract your ideal clients. And in terms of that, a lot of people end up underpricing what their offers are. What I recommend that you do here is I want you to think about the return on investment that somebody will get from working with you. So if your offer is €1,000, will somebody make €5,000 from working with you? Fantastic. If they're going to make €50,000, well, then you need to bump up the price of your offer, my friend. You need to work through what that looks like and make sure that you are charging your worth. Okay, so another way to help with your sales conversion strategy is to offer guarantees or bonuses that make it a complete and utter no-brainer for people to say yes. Step number 7. Design a 5-star delivery strategy. How will you exceed your clients' expectations? Now, in case you didn't know, episode 100, I had the OG of customer experience on the show. Oh my gosh, what a pleasure it was to interview Ian Golding. Ian Golding talked to us about so many different aspects, but the one that really drove home for me was the find, win, and keep strategy for your ideal clients. And so that's why I've not mentioned the words onboarding. I've not mentioned the words funnel in this episode because it is about finding, winning, and keeping clients and keeping them going through that loop with you. And at the end of the day, how you do that is about creating a strategy on a page that is your customer journey map potentially. And you can have a customer journey map for every single offer that you have. But it also helps you identify ways to exceed expectations. And in doing so, that helps you retain those clients. So in terms of delivering a 5-star strategy, think about that seamless experience from the time that somebody says yes, right the way through to when you're servicing them, right the way beyond that. So once that relationship or transaction ends, what's next? How can you retain that? And then measure people's satisfaction throughout working with you. Collect feedback regularly so that you can improve your processes, your systems, and how you made people feel. Because that famous Maya Angelou saying is, people will forget what you said, they'll forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And the third part is systematize your delivery as much as you possibly can, because once you create a system, even if you're building it out, let's say for Business Accelerator, when I built that out, I created it in 2023. Oh my gosh, I can hardly believe it's that long ago. But Business Accelerator, I didn't add any automation into Business Accelerator for about 7 months because I wanted to see what parts of the journey needed to be improved before anything got automated in there. But once I did and things became consistent, then I was able to create a more consistent journey and build more trust by automating particular elements. So yes, you can under promise and over deliver, and that helps with creating that 5-star delivery strategy. But another thing you can do is surprise them with extra value. And there is a formula around value. And if you listen to Ian's episode, it's value is equal to experience minus expectations. So if somebody's experience is better than their expectations, you've already given them value. How could you go a little bit more above that? Step number 8 is to plan your retention strategy. So that's the keep bit. How will you keep those clients coming back for more? How will you invite them to renew with you or to purchase something else so that they remain as a client? Because ultimately, that's what we want. And one way to do that is to offer maintenance packages or continued coaching, things like that. Maybe a check-in once a month or something like that. Some sort of ongoing support so that people keep coming back to you. Another way to do it is to offer exclusive resources. And I'm talking about access to content that they can't get anywhere else, or content that they won't have gotten in a previous offer that you had, or even that they lose access if they don't renew, And then feedback loops again. Use that client input to refine your services and improve them so that people will keep coming back. So my hack for this is really simple. Stay top of mind without being a pest, and regularly check in with your ideal clients and who your current ideal paying clients, more to the point, because that can work wonders you would never believe. Number 9, create a referral plan. How will you turn clients into advocates? And your ideal clients who are happy are your best brand ambassadors. These are the people who will go out and they will talk about you in every conversation with anybody who is just like them. And what they'll do is they'll refer people to you. But very often, even if you ask for a referral, and actually that should be part number 1, always ask for a referral, because people forget to ask that question. And we don't ask for the business in the sales section either in terms of conversion. So how will you ask for the referral? And one thing I'll say on this is sometimes you need to coach or educate people in terms of how they can refer people to you. You could come up with a referral kit or something like that. You could incentivize referrals as well by offering discounts or bonuses for successful referrals. You could give a discount for somebody who comes in that's been referred by a current client, or discount your current client for referring a new client. You see what I mean? The other thing is to ask for your referral at the right time. And the best time to ask for a referral is when clients are at their happiest and they say thank you. When they're like, oh my gosh, I got this incredible result. Thank you. That is the time to say, hey, by the way, do you know anybody who's just like you who might benefit from whatever it is that you offer? So keep building relationships with your current clients, nurture your network. And if you have referral partners who are maybe external to your business, it's absolutely worth leveraging them as well. By referral partners, I'm talking about people you can be in strategic collaborations with who are serving your ideal clients, but maybe in a different way to you. So for example, if I'm a business coach and I only do business, maybe I will partner with a mindset coach. Maybe I will partner with a nutritionist or somebody who specializes in health and physical well-being. And that way I've got strategic stuff going on, I've got mindset stuff going on, and I've got health stuff going on. So my clients can all be referred and we can refer each other. So my clients can all be referred to those people. Those people can refer their clients to me. And we've got a little closed referral potential loop going on. Doesn't need to be closed, but it could be if you meet the right people who could be your strategic referral partners. So build relationships with those people as well. Don't be shy when it comes to referrals. As I said, the best time to ask for a referral is right after you've delivered great results and a client has said thank you. Okay, to make this episode even more impactful for you, I want you to do me a favor and go to the show notes, because in the show notes, I have created an incredible offer for a freebie that is a marketing campaign bundle. And in that marketing campaign bundle, you will see the one that I mentioned at the start, the really robust campaign that can help you plan out what your campaign is going to be. So let's recap on what we've covered today. Defining your ideal clients, crafting your brand story, choosing your platforms, developing lead capture and lead nurturing systems, creating a sales conversion strategy, designing a 5-star delivery experience, and planning retention and referral strategies. So pick one or all of these steps and commit to implementing it this week, because at the end of the day, small steps lead to big leaps. And as they say, your daily decisions drive your destiny. Cliche in all of the days, I really do believe in that one. So don't forget to go to the show notes and check out all of the other episodes that I've mentioned and the marketing campaign bundle that I talked about. And do me a solid, please, before you hop off and tune into the next episode. If you found value in this episode or in another episode and you haven't yet left a rating or a review, do me a favor and please do so right now, or share this episode with a fellow entrepreneur who could use a bit of a boost in their marketing maybe. And reach out to me on LinkedIn if you've got questions or would like some more tips or support or anything like that. So again, thank you. I appreciate any ratings or reviews. Follow the Master Your Business podcast, of course, wherever you stream or listen to your podcast from, so you never miss an episode that could transform your business. Until next time, keep mastering your business. Thank you for watching.